Where are you? This is the question that the Lord is asking us in His time in this season. He's asking, where are my people? Where have my people gone? My people have gone and walked away and hid from me. The same way Adam and Eve hid from me in the garden is the same way my people have gone and they've hid from me. And they've hid from me because they don't feel like they're qualified or experienced for where I am calling them. They feel like they are not ready. They feel like that they cannot do it because they have compared themselves to other people. Where are my people? Where have you gone? For I am calling you back. The Lord is asking us, where have we gone? Many of us have walked away from our positions due to lack of experience, due to lack of qualifications, and we've used that as a justification for not doing what God has wanted us to do. Because many of us have entered into a new field. Many of us are doing something different. The ante has been upped for us. More responsibility, and we feel like we cannot do it because we are not qualified enough. We are not experienced enough. But the Lord is saying that He is not calling the qualified or the experienced. He is calling the unqualified and the inexperienced. Why? Because He's saying that when you look back on what's happened and where I have brought you from and what you have done, you cannot look back and say it was because of my experience, it was because of my qualification. The Lord is going to say that all the glory has to go to Him. All the glory will go to Him because you will look back and you will say, God, look how far you have brought me. And it will be evident to yourself and to other people that it wasn't you. It wasn't us, the human beings, the people. It was God that did everything. It will be evident to us. And it will be a reminder of who God is, who Jesus is, and what He has done, not only in our lives, but in other people's lives as well. And so in this time, in this season, the Lord is actually calling us back. He's calling us back to our position, to our posts, from where we have walked away from because we thought it was too much. For when we put down what God has given us, we've walked away from our assignment. We've jeopardized our calling. The Lord is saying, I am calling you back to your position. Take up your position and work your position. Defend your position. And if you don't know, then ask me. Because the Lord wants us to work where we are. He wants us to really work where we are. For His glory. For His honor. The Lord is calling us back in this time, in this season. And He wants us to do it wholeheartedly. He wants us to do it 100%. And so if you feel like you are not qualified, you are inexperienced, if you feel like this is not for you, then you're wrong. Because it is for you. Because God doesn't make mistakes. And God has called you. And God has brought you this far anyway. And He continues to defend you. So when you're in the position, it doesn't mean that He stops defending you. It doesn't mean that He stops providing for you. It doesn't mean that He stops giving you the strategies and giving you everything that you need. It just means you have to lean in. You have to lean in Him. Lean in on Him. Lean on Him more. He wants you to lean on Him even more. He wants you to trust Him even more. He wants you to go back to Him even more. And some of us have an issue with being nagging. And the Lord wants us to be nagging. The Lord wants us to keep going back to Him to get the information, to get the strategy, to get the ideas, to move forward, to implement what He wants on the earth, not just in the church, but for the world to see, for the world to experience, because it is going to be something different. So the Lord is calling us back. It's time to come back from our wonder. It's time to come back from the wilderness, from where we have hid, from where we have gone to hide, from where we have just gone to wander and not do anything and just live life. The Lord is calling us back to do something, because every one of us has a part to play in bringing the kingdom of heaven down to earth. The Lord is calling us back, and He wants us to do it 100%. He wants us to be willing to do it. There is a purpose to your life. You're not just here to live your life. There is a purpose to your life. And your purpose is in God. And yes, it does mean going to God and asking God. And continually asking God, what is your purpose? What do I need to do? What is the next step? How do I do this? Where do I do this? Why do I do this? Those are all the relevant questions to get the answers that you need. And the Lord is always going to answer you. He may not answer you straight away, but he will answer you. He may not answer you how you want him to answer you, but he will answer you. So I hope this has helped you in this time, in this season, knowing that the Lord is calling us back. He wants us to come back to him. He wants us to pick up our mantles. He wants us to pick up our positions, go back to our positions and work our positions, defend our positions. Ask him how to defend their position. Ask him how to work their position. And I pray you guys are blessed from this, and we'll see you next week on CB Fire TV.